Hello guys, this is Alex Koloskov, photographer, commercial photographer, who help other photographers to achieve their goals. And before I start my critic and review session, which I do for 40G forum submissions, let me do a few announcements. It's kind of cool. First of all, congratulations to Paul Whittingham. Paul became an author on 40G, and let me share with you. It's kind of cool. Paul got published his first tutorial, and take a look. I love this stuff really. If you look at the final result and how it was shot and the whole story of Paul working on this, it's so inspirational and so cool. You see, just great use of do-it-yourself diffusers, reflectors, just two lights, and I can tell you the truth that any other light will work for that kind of shot. You don't need to buy a $500 Einsteins. You can use even tabletop lamp if you kind of make it work. There is a post about this. Anyway, cool stuff. Highly inspirational for any beginner or intermediate photographer who never shoot in studio. Well, even though who ever shoot in studio. Just look at this. It's great. So congratulations, Paul. Well, I encourage anyone to submit their shots on 40G on 40G forum. And if it's something cool, I will offer you guys to become an author on 40G, because we're basically looking for smart and talented photographers who are not afraid of sharing their behind the scene. All the workflow to share with community and well, to grow basically, to grow in knowledge, in photography experience, in expertise. It's great stuff for whole community. And if you have something cool, submit on the forum. I'll get back to you and I'll offer you to be a contributor on 40G. And there are a lot of benefits from this. Beside having access to Pro Corner, completely free access, to publicity. Publicity it's priceless. From 3,000 to 5,000 people every day hit 40G, and well, I'm not sure if you can get anywhere else such publicity by doing stuff you love, and basically, I don't consider it even a work when you do stuff like this. Right? It is for me. I kind of enjoy doing this. Okay, so thank you, Paul. Awesome stuff. And another announcement I want to share with you. You probably already heard about it. It's upcoming webinar. Let me jump to it. If you go under workshops on 40G, there is a video, and there's a video and link to our upcoming. I would call it online photo shoot or online workshop, because basically it will be right in the studio. We already had one online workshop where everyone joined us, or everyone who wanted to, who registered, joined it, and we had a great time. It's 2-hour shot. If you scroll down, you will see the result. Basically, we learned how to shoot, that kind of clinique style, which I call clinique style. That kind of clean look with deep shadows and highlights. And this time we'll be shooting the perfume bottle. Watching the video where I explain everything. It's on top of this page. It's great stuff. If you look at the studio, we'll have 3 webcams covering the whole shooting area from different angles. And I put in a lot of time preparing for this, and to make sure that it will be interesting and it will be helpful for anyone. And you see, it's unique, truly unique. There are many workshops. There is Creative Live with great guys and photographers doing that kind of online stuff. But can you find any product studio, studio product, jewelry, liquid photographer who's doing this? Meaning you can join this kind of online shot right from your desktop, watch everything. At the end, you will get a recorded video. You will get a post-production completely free. Post-production itself, it's $100 piece for an hour. I don't know, more than $100. It will be free for anyone who will join us. Well, guys, I don't know. It's truly unique stuff, and if you think that, well, if you ever don't like it or say, oh, you know, Alex, it's kind of shit, I know all of this, you're not risking any money, because just let me know and I refund you the payment. I don't even want to tell you how much it costs, because it's too low. It's too low for this stuff, and well, I can tell you the secret. Basically, what I'm doing here with these online workshops is what will be in the future my photography online school. And that kind of things we do now will cost much, much more. Believe me, that's how it is. I testing stuff, and I'm developing everything. And well, by the way, this week is the last week for early bird price. Monday we'll have completely different price. Join us. Really, it will be helpful. I guarantee you will like it. If you won't like, I guarantee you won't lose any money, okay? So, I hope to see you on the webinar. There is a form. You see, I'm not even showing the payment form here. It's just a registration, because I want to make sure that I can control how many people sign in. There is a limited room for this. I can't accept 1,000 people just because of broadband connection and other stuff I have in mind. Think about it. It's cool. Alrighty, so let me jump to the Critic. Okay. First shot from Thomas, and this is cosmetic powder. Kind of cool shot, and this first, you see, first shot is on completely white background with nice reflections, which is kind of cool. But I'm not sure about composition. Thomas, I mean, what is going on that right top corner? It's kind of looks strange. It's not balanced. Plus, you know, I think you need to add a little bit more light here, especially on this right piece. The good thing that you have a very nice texture and the volume, right? We see that it's not flat. That especially, like I said, right piece, it's good. And from other side, this central piece has a little bit strange of reflection. Basically, you created wow, trash can, cool. I love when it's trash can being used in product photography. That's otherwise I use sometime too. So, talking about this, you see you have bright highlights, you have, well, basically highlights, then shadows, then highlights again. It's kind of good to create the volume to show that the subject is not flat, but this is flat, right? It's basically flat case for the powder, and I would do differently. It's just my opinion. I would shoot it differently. I would highlight it differently. Let's say we have this nice highlight on the right. I would make it a little bit more towards the middle, and then we'll just continue that gradient to the shadows all the way to the left side. There is no need to do this, you know, bright, dark, and bright again, because it's flat. The only cool thing is to show that there is glossy. I mean, the case is glossy, and we can always add, you know, some nice black reflection, you know, some sexy, you know, like on those jewelry, like S-shaped little reflection on the glossy part, on the highlights of this case. I usually do it by just adding on the reflector, whatever you use, trash can, cone, whatever, anything, diffuser, black piece of paper, you know, black strip of paper. If you position it the right way, you can get some nice black thing on the highlights. And that's what gives the idea that the subject is glossy. Okay, so composition and the lights on the central subject look strange for first one. For second one, we don't have much lights on that powder. I think it's a little bit too dark. You can do it in Photoshop. Basically, you can select this area and just add exposure or levels, whatever you need, just right to make it brighter. Okay. Yeah, the lighting setup is pretty simple, not really visible. One light source, I think. Again, with one light source, you did pretty good job. Excuse me. And well, still just a little bit more light here, and think about creating different highlights. I mean, different picture on this one. Okay, so thank you, Thomas. Cool stuff. Let me jump to next. Okay, Giuseppe submitted this. I think Jeppa, your first time here, right? So welcome to 40G. I'm glad to see you joining us. It's a great community of an awesome photographers. So let's see. You got this crazy lighting setup. Crazy because it's so much do it yourself, and well, I'm really glad to see that, you know, guys, you're trying to get the shot despite of lack of that light modifiers, lighting. That's truly inspiring, and it's amazing, and it's great. So good stuff. I mean, the efforts. Okay, let's see the image. Because you got this little openings in your whatever you have, the screens, right? And we have the direct light hitting the glass and bottle. It's, well, you see what's going on, right? A lot of stuff out of control, a lot of little reflections or highlights, like this big spot and stuff like this. And I see that it's not possible to get it done better using what you have used. But there is another way. Get that plastic, or get anything else as a diffusion material. You don't need those boxes. You don't need to do this. Just have whatever you have here, some kind of soft boxes, right? Or, well, at least something like soft boxes, right? Get the diffusion material. Sorry. Get the diffusers between those boxes and your subject, and create diffusers narrow, like narrow strip boxes, and cover the rest with just pieces of cardboard. You know, just regular cardboards I have laying all over the studio. They're cheap. You can buy it in most of office supply stores, and it will be much better result. I think you're on the right track, but you need to plan a little bit in terms of what stuff you need to get for right, you know, to build the lighting setup. So get few cardboards, few white ones, few black ones, okay, and then the diffusion material drives me crazy, to create the diffusers, okay. And then you can always well, look at the how Paul did. Paul didn't have any special light modifiers, right? So look at Paul Whittingham shot, and you will see what I'm talking about. You can always cut the hole in your cardboard, cover it with diffuser, and have a softbox. Okay. And one more thing, on the background, you see this part black. This is red, and this red is kind of, I don't know, it should be more uniform field. And I think if it's red, we need to make it all the way down to be red if you want kind of that dramatic look. So it looked a little bit strange to me. Okay, but like I said, Giuseppe, you're on the right track. Just keep going. Think more about creating do-it-yourself a little bit better light modifiers. Okay, thank you, and let's move to next. Okay, Philip, thank you for submitting. I found this shot on 40G. I think it was Studio Photographers group community on Google+. Guys, join us if you not there. Found it called Studio Photographers. Yeah, I'm going to show it right now. Anyway, and I ask, Philip, maybe you'll submit it and I'll talk a little bit more about this shot. And Philip, you did, so good. Thank you. Let's see how we did it. Pretty good approach on shooting stuff like this. It's completely glossy, very strange piece of, what is this? I don't know what it is. A very strange device. I hope you're having fun with this device. I don't know what you're doing with it, but it looks cool. Anyway, let's go back to the lighting. Pretty good approach. You got this big diffuser, right? Covering the top of your shooting table, shooting area. And that's why we got this nice gradients and highlights on this part, right? However, you forgot about the camera side, the opening where the camera is positioned, right? I see you have some screen there, which works, but not good enough. Looking at those balls, faceted balls, they're a little bit messy. What I would do for them, I would get again that plastic. Let me show it. I do it every time, right? I do it every time when I can do it. Now I'm studio, I can do it. So this is plastic, right? The translucent plastic, which semi-transparent. And you can make a hole for your camera. Stick lens there. Have this covering this area, front area. And put some lights behind. And you will have some pretty cool thing going on those balls. It may be too soft if you use diffuser like this in front. There is always a way to add some nice black pieces just to show that glossiness. Black paper, cut it, make some lines, stick it inside the diffuser, and it will create some nice black lines. But it will be fully controllable. You can control the position in it. So you can select, put them that way that it will be really sexy, lines on subjects like this. Okay, so this is the very important tip for you, because the rest you did really well. Other thing is that highlights. You remember I told you I would do a little bit more, because it's a little bit grayish, too much gray and too little highlights on this top. I would definitely, whatever you did with this softbox, top softbox, I would add more lights, more highlights on this, top diffuser. So it will be more bright and darker. Well, darker area is fine. You just need to add more brighter area on top of this device. By the way, I wouldn't use such big softbox on top of the diffuser. It's hard to create some nice gradient with a lot of highlights and a lot of shadows. I would use something smaller. Whatever you can use with barn doors, or you can cover this. Yeah, you may cover probably this softbox to make it strip box from it, cover with black papers, black screens, and then it will be easier, to create it. This is second. Okay, so first balls, fixing it with the screen in front of the camera. Second, more highlights on on top, and post-production. You know, stuff like this, we see some spots, and well, glossy subject needs to be treated very well, because without it they look not good. If I'm talking about, you know, some good product photography or jewelry photography. So post-production, clean it. We have some tutorials in ProCorner, in ProCorner, where we show how to treat you know, glossy stuff. Basically you can add blur to some areas to make it more glossy, to the area where there is no texture present. Actually, look at how Paul did. Paul did really good job on fixing the cap of his perfume bottle. You see how nice and smooth it? And if you look at the real images, you see how dirty it was? By the way, Paul, if I would bring such image to my retoucher, she would say, oh, you know, go back and reshoot it. Cleaning. You know, I always keep forgetting to clean it, because first I would think, okay, I'm not going to clean the subject now because I just want to play, just to think how to, you know, start with lighting. So I put dirty subject on the shooting table and start building the lighting setup. At some point then I figure out that, oh, you know, it started looking so cool, so I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it for cleaning. And well, it may be then too late to clean, basically, because when you start touching with all this reflective stuff, well, obviously it just take time to kind of put it in the right place back. So for me now, the rule is, before I start just playing, just testing whatever I do with the subject, I clean it and I put it on the table, and then here we go. Okay, so let me go back to our reflective stuff. Yeah, definitely treatment. Okay, so the rest is cool. Like I said, you can, with these two things, highlights and screens on top of the camera, you can fix a lot, and it will be really cool shot. Well, it's really cool now. So thank you, Philip, and of course thank you for sharing this, because the lighting setup, everything is quite usable for the whole community. Okay, next shot is from Louis, and it's the sunglasses. So nice shot. And again, how we did this, you know, the gradients, it's kind of smart. That's cool. I love this, you know, reflector. But looking at the shot, I think the angle is kind of a little bit strange, and at least the crop doesn't play well with angle. If you point them so down, we don't have a room. You need to make sure that there is a room for the glass to, you know, to look down. It's cropped too tight for this angle. I would personally shoot them a little bit more horizontally, just, you know, a little bit, maybe like 10 degree. But if you shoot like this, make sure you add the room. Don't crop it that tight. What else? The real reflection, the gradient on the glasses. It looks cool, but I would make it a little bit more visible. Really, a little bit more visible, so it will be, you know, just brighter and then go darker all the way down. What else? Well, it's kind of cool. It's cool. I like these highlights. This a little bit out of focus. I understand depth of field kind of thing, but it's good to have stuff, at least the frontal thing, all in focus, because when it's a little bit out of focus like this, it doesn't look really well. If we can, you know, add some depth of field plane here, it should be like, you know, a lot of focus in one area and then a lot of blur in another area. Here it's just a little bit like you didn't have enough depth of field and you couldn't get it. So the feeling that you couldn't get it in the focus, not like you wanted to get it out of focus. It's very kind of important to see, to get that impression that you did what you wanted to do, not what you just got. Okay, so cool, nice, I like it. Thank you, Luis. Let's jump to the next one. Okay, golf. Xavier, right? That's right. Welcome to 40G, Xavier. This is your first shot, and it's pretty damn good shot. Yeah, lighting setup is simple, nothing really crazy, but for this type of subject, it's done very well. And what we did, in terms of lighting, I think it's right, it's fine. You cool doing this, and all those faucets, all that, it's kind of look cool. It's a little bit too dark. You see, you got this nice white background, which looks good, but many times when you shoot a subject not on completely white background, and then you kind of make it white, the subject appeared too dark after that, being on white background. So I would suggest to make it a little bit brighter. And let me show you something. I did a little adjustment here. This is what we did. And let me turn off all the adjustment. This is your shot. So first we did a little bit dodge and burn. No, sorry. First we did a little bit levels. We just adjusted levels, this way that I'll show you. Yeah. So we added a little brightness. We added a little bit darkness, but in general it's increasing contrast. But we made it brighter. You see, that's how it was. We made it brighter first. Then dodge and burn a little bit. We add a little bit highlight in the front, in the center, sorry, and add little dark areas. It just, it was like this. It should be done carefully, but I think it will add with brighter front and darker sides. It will give us more idea that it's kind of that it's spherical subject. Okay, and then we add some kind of shadow. Don't look, don't judge. But you see, oops, no, not this one. You see what I meant? When we have floating subject, it doesn't look really like. I mean, it looks fine if you need, but if it's like a shot of the ball, I would really prefer to see that it's kind of on top of some surface. Just little spot like this. It's a brush, just a little brush. It make it look cool. So let me go and create before and after. Oh, sorry. How I can make it out from this group. Anyway. Okay, I'm lost. Anyway. Let me fix it 1 second. Let's do this. This plus this. This is our group, right? Okay. So that's how it was. That's what we did. You may like it, may not. It's just an example. Okay. But good result. So keep it going. I hope you will like product photography. And if you will like it, at some point you will start making money, and good money from it, right? Because that's the only way to enjoy what you're doing and to make money, is to love what you do. So you may hopefully like it. Okay, let me go to next one. Okay. Antesh in Kitch. I'm sorry, not good at pronouncing names at all. So welcome to 40G. And the final shot, kind of cool idea. And if I look at the final shot, the first thing which I see is the background, which is not, uniform. It has some texture, which is look a little bit. It's kind of interesting, but I think if it would be more, uniform, nice gradient without the spots, it will be better. This one thing. Then look at those figures from both sides. They have these nice little reflections, right? And it's kind of cool. And this guy in front, it's fine like this, but for some reason I'm thinking, well, if it would have some reflection, just tiny, like, well, not reflection, highlight on it, just some highlight, and it may be, it may be just cool to have it. So background, and I would personally just add the highlight, just little tiny highlight on this, how you call it, horse or whatever, the front figure. And I see how we did the shot. Pretty cool. That's probably the minimum resources needed to get shot like this, and it's cool. And you see, guys, you can find, I see some of you can find the translucent material, translucent plastic or whatever is it, right? Maybe just a paper. Anyway, you can find it and it's good. Just get big, larger pieces and you can do a lot of stuff just without any lights, with flashlights like this, if you have those diffusers. It's a key, So, cool. Keep it going. And thank you. Okay, this is the shot which actually I talked about last time from Jacko, and the result was here. And after my critic and suggestions from community photographers, 40G community photographers, you see the result, and it's much better. It's really good result. The only thing which I would suggest here, more light, and this reflection, which is kind of cool here, it's not really visible all the way on the bottle. And we did it on Photoshop, little, tweaks. You see what we did. So basically we add those highlights. Fit screen, here it is. This is after, this is before, and this is after. Just levels, simple levels, and it look cool. So that's probably post-production. Plus white background, of course, background is not completely white. You've seen it, right? The background is not white, and that's not what you, I think, were trying to achieve when you place in white, without any shadows, without anything. Make sure it's white. It's not gonna work for web for sure. And yeah, cool. You kind of did. You use those translucent stuff, big diffuser panels, really well. You see, when you have big soft boxes, you have to use large panels to create all that stuff. The highlights and the gradients. When you have little strip boxes, you can use much smaller panels, diffuser panels, to get the same result. Just get closer to the subject and you will do the same. So, cool. Thank you. Okay, next shot from Siobhan. Siobhan, welcome to 40G. And I see some nice cosmetic shot, which is cool. The lighting setup, again, you see, guys, pretty simple stuff with really good results using those do-it-yourself, reflectors and diffusers. So, cardboard, cutting it, cover it with diffuser, and you have softbox or a diffusion panel if you need, right? So, okay. Let me jump on this shot and tell the issues which I see. First is the highlights. You know, this blue, it looks, I think it's over blue somehow, maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, you see those highlights on the sides where we got overexposed areas, and it look white, completely white, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, you know, it's not a glossy piece where we can have overexposed, you know, areas and it looks fine if it's like a chrome something. Here it doesn't look well. You put too much light on the background and you lost details, you lost color here. It shouldn't be done this way. Okay, so we need to make sure that nothing is lost. This is first. Second is, I think you made, I may be wrong, but I think you made a white balance adjustment somehow that your water gets blue and it doesn't look natural to me. It's kind of strange bluish. It's not blue enough to be like real blue water if you know color, you add some coloring, and it really looks like white balance went out somehow. This is second. I would think it will be much better than if you'll have those liquids, you know, the spills to be just whatever color it is, white, you know, grayish a little bit. And the post-production part, the cap is look fine with all this little, you know, the sweat, but all the body, especially all this little thing, should be cleaned. No way you can sell this stuff to, well, for any good money. I mean, shot like this, let's say you get lighting well, post-production. If it's as is shot, it's fine. I understand it. But if it's for your portfolio, before you put your portfolio, spend those couple hours and clean it. Of course, it's easier to clean it, you know, just wiping out before the shot. But if you can do it, well, 2 hours more of your life. Don't watch that serial or whatever, the movie. And you can get really good shot. Clean and nice if you will make it, you know, clean the bottom. Okay? So, thank you. Good stuff. Keep posting. Okay. Siobhan again, and that watch. We don't have, yeah, like I said, it should be the lighting setup. I understood that it was just a first shot, so you didn't capture the lighting setup. And let me talk about what we got here. Overall, looks good, but we lost some details. Probably again too much highlight somehow. You know, this area is just blown out a little bit too much. We lost the texture on the gemstones, and the bottom, well, it's kind of interesting when it's too dark and too bright. Oh, sorry, too bright and too dark at the bottom. But I would try to, you know, again, with your only one light source, right? It's probably really good result. What this link is. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, it's lighting diagram. But you know, even the reflection, if let's say we'll make it brighter, may look kind of better and more sexier than this. You see what I'm talking about? Imagine that it's a real shot, not a reflection. You add highlights. It may be like kind of cool. Because here we get too much, too bright and too dark areas, and those reflections, well, there are a lot of stuff should be done here, because it's very complicated subject to shoot it. And I don't know, you can always get, I'm not sure if you can do it or not, but well, let me do this little preview. Come on, guys. I have the Citizen Watch shot, which is, well, very similar to what you did, right? I posted it in Pro Corner. It's kind of serious stuff for serious guys, you know. And it has, you know, all these little gemstones. I can show you a little bit of lighting setup. So I use the cone. I use the cone and a lot of little lights, spots created, you know, highlights on the cone. And that's how all those stuff was created. It was many other stuff, little tricks which I did, like those black papers. But in general, it's like this. So if you have access to that translucent plastic, you can always make it do-it-yourself cone. Again, I have this very good ebook. That's one of the best so far I have for jewelry photographer. It's called Do-It-Yourself Solution for Jewelry, and I'm kind of explaining how to build and how to use the cone in jewelry photography. Do-it-yourself cone, very non-expensive, and well, you can do a lot of stuff with it. So if you like, you can always, jump in and see how it was done. Okay, so thank you, and this is it. Again, it was Alex Koloskov broadcasting from the studio. Well, not broadcasting, recording the video. And I see you guys in 1 week on the webinar. On 29th of April, we'll have a webinar where we'll be shooting the perfume bottle. Very interesting shot with a lot of gemstones, little gemstones. So it will be a mix of, jewelry and glass photography and perfume, and well, it will be really cool. We still have room. Like I said, there was the announcement on the beginning, and I'm finishing my critic and review, saying that I will be glad to see you guys on this. Okay? So, stay tuned and bye.